Afternoon, Braves country. We've got a couple things to go over before we get rolling here on a Wednesday afternoon. I got the clips to play for you. As man, what a night you missed if you weren't in here last night. Our condolences to you because you missed a hell of a game, hell of a situation. But we've got the clips from Postgame. And I even got the one from the Los Angeles Angels manager, Suzuki. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play them in order here. We're going to start off with Ozzie. Ozzie was the man that they interviewed right after the game because of his big hits. So that was really more of a situation where you had Ozzie Albies, he was just being interviewed about the game. They asked him a little bit about the situation on the field, but not a whole lot. And then after that, you've got three more interviews, and you've got one is I'm going to do them in this order because I think it's the best way to do it. First one I'm going to play is the Angels manager Suzuki. And of course, he's an ex-Atlanta Brave as well, and he knows Soler well, the whole situation. Then we go to Walt Weiss, and then we'll go to Raylo. So there you go. That's what we'll play, and these are in succession. I'm not going to stop in and pop in for each one. They're just going to play one after another. So Ozzie, then Suzuki, then Weiss, and then Raylo. Here you go on last night's action.
Well, Ozzie, you look pretty comfortable there in that 3-hole. How do you like hitting that spot? Another home run tonight.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's the game, and you just go out there and play as hard as you can. Good things happen.
Well, one of the big stories tonight was that benches clearing incident there in the 5th inning. Can you tell us what was it like trying to calm tensions down with a teammate and then a former teammate, Jorge Soler?
Yeah, try to calm the tension down on both sides, and unfortunate things happen, and that's baseball.
Walt Weiss was also quick to get out there. What does that say, and what message does that send to the team, seeing your manager take charge in that situation?
Yeah, that's the type of person he is. He has our back, and we have his back. So to see that, really set the tone for the team. And I mean, when your manager can get out there and do stuff like that, it's amazing.
Well, most importantly, you guys got the win. Good luck at the rubber game tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely trying to go for the series win tomorrow.
Thanks, Ozzie.
Thank you.
Well, just knowing Georgie, he's a nice guy, but, obviously, guy's got good numbers off Lopez and hits a homer his first at bat, gets drilled up high in the wrist his second at bat, and then third one takes a good swing and then throws the next one head high. It wasn't over his head, but it was head high coming in, and I don't blame Georgie one bit. He went out there, and I guess there's words were exchanged, and Georgie went out. I mean, anytime you get thrown at your head, Mike got thrown up there, and you get thrown at your head, you have a family, your career, it's dangerous. I know it's part of the game. I know it happens, but, I know guys, you ask any hitter, ball gets thrown near their head, especially after hitting a homer, it's not good.
Did you sense any frustration after you got hit in the second?
No, I didn't. I didn't really. I think, knowing Georgie, he knows it's part of the game. Guys are going to try to come up and in and do that. He got hit and went to first, took his base, and then the second one, I think that one kind of bothered him, obviously, when you throw the second one by his head. Like I said, the guy's got good numbers off of him, gets hit, gets another one up there. When he gets towards the head, I know guys start, play this game a long time. When you start going up towards the head, guys start getting a little, frustrated, upset, whatever it is, and, he went out there.
Do you feel like it's kind of over with now, kind of done with after that happened, or?
Yeah, obviously both guys got thrown out and, finished the game, but, it is what it is.
What did you make of that? What did you make of the pitch tonight?
Yeah, a lot of pitches. Obviously the pitch count ran up there quickly. Gave us a chance to win. Did give us a chance to win, but, obviously we'd like to have his pitch count down and have him go deeper in games with the stuff that he has. And, I know he's working on it and he'll do it, but, pitch count ran up there high tonight, fast.
Kind of just take us through what you're thinking as that unfolds in the 5th inning with Jorge Soler walking towards Ronaldo.
Yeah. Look, I know it didn't look good because of Soler's numbers against Lope, and he hit a homer. He hit him. It didn't look good. Lope's not throwing at him. I don't allow our pitchers to throw at people just because they can't get them out. Our job is to get them out. But I understand why Soler got angry, and he's a really mild-mannered guy. So I think that flip switched, the switch flipped for him. But yeah, there was no intent there. I just think that Lope's just overthrowing because he's had a hard time getting him out, and he's overthrown and run away from his arm, and he lost at arm side. But he's certainly not trying to hit him. Yeah.
What was the explanation you got from the umpires about Ronaldo also being ejected along with Soler?
He said once he comes off the mound, and I guess when Soler was coming out, Lope came off the mound. He said once he leaves the mound, he's automatically ejected. So probably the best thing anyway, because all the adrenaline and all that stuff is probably best that he doesn't take the mound again after that.
Did you tackle Jorge?
Yeah, I mean that. I love Soler. We were teammates here, but that's a big man, and so I just felt I got to get him off his feet because he's going to hurt somebody. And so that was my instinct, just to get in there and get Georgie off his feet. Because he was he was on the warpath.
How about the game itself? They got those early runs and then not much after that.
Yeah, good game. Really proud of the way we played today. Lopez gave us another good start. Got some big hits. We tacked one on late. Bullpen guys came in. I went to some guys earlier, just trying to keep that game where it was. So I went to Dylan Lee, and Suarez in the 7th, and then I just didn't want that one to get away. I wanted to put that game away, so I went and got Iggy to get 5 outs. Just felt like that was a game, with the lead, we needed to put that one away.
You guys obviously, you guys came out with the win, but obviously emotions and tensions are high because the benches were completely cleared. What do the conversations look like to keep, your players and your team in the game to come out?
Yeah, no, they were good. Everyone was focused. It gets your juices flowing a little bit. So on both teams, I'm sure. So as long as nobody gets hurt, it's kind of a good time, But as long as nobody gets hurt, but I thought I was proud of our guys the way we handled everything tonight.
And Austin and Jonah finally finding some grass.
Yeah, look, Austin's going to be fine. All the panic out there. And Austin Riley's going to be fine. And Ronnie's coming around. We're really early in this season. We got a long, long way to go. Austin Riley's got a pretty good track record. So I'm not worried about Austin.
It looked like Ronaldo, after the incident there in the 5th inning, was kind of looking at his thumb a little bit. Maybe might have, affected him on a swing or something like that. Do you know any more about that?
Lopez?
Yeah, Lopez.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. No. That's the first I've heard about it.
Are your knuckles good?
Yeah, a little. Yeah, a little bit. But no, everything's good. Everyone's fine. Yeah, no one got hurt. We're all good.
Ronaldo, going back to the 5th inning, can you kind of give us a play-by-play of what you saw and experienced, starting with the pitch that went to the backstop and kind of how it unfolded?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a shame, the situation and how things unfolded. And on my part, there was never any intent to hit him at any point. So, again, it's just a shame.
Did you take exception to him staring at you for an extended period of time?
Yeah, I think as a pitcher, I kind of just always have the confidence to look back and just to kind of just, stare down at the plate and see what's happening. And then I noticed that he just kind of kept staring at me. And so it kind of eventually came to the point where, it escalated, and then it felt like he was right on, charging. And, so again, I think it's just an unfortunate situation and without any intent from my part.
And I'm sure disappointing because you probably wanted to finish your outing pitching fairly well today.
Yeah, it was, that was my entire focus the whole time, really. I knew I was around 80 pitches, so I really was just trying to kind of get out of it and help the team get the win there. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate how that situation unfolded.
Are you okay?
Yep.
Okay. No injuries? No.
It did appear that you were looking at your thumb after you got back in the dugout. Did you cut it or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a small cut there, but nothing serious.
Were you surprised by the way he reacted?
Yeah, obviously, we spent time together as teammates, and so I just think it was a misunderstanding because I would never do anything or I wasn't trying to hit him, and there was never any intent on my part to hit him at any point.
Have you ever had a hitter come to you on the mound, charge, or anything like that in your baseball career?
Yeah, in 9 years this has never happened, and I think that's why I kind of keep going back saying, it's a shame and it's it's unfortunate, and I just think it kind of came down to a misunderstanding.
You were 1 out away. You would have gotten the winning pitcher. No, you did not. How aggravating, frustrating is that for you to leave the game when you did?
Yeah, again, it's unfortunate how the situation unfolded, and that's out of my control at that point, though. There's nothing I can do about that and not winning the game. And yeah, in an ideal world, I get out of that and line up for the win and the team wins, and we're all happy about it. But again, that's unfortunately not how it went down.
I know you said it's unfortunate. I know. How do you move forward? Your mindset and stuff. It's over. It's done with. How do you move forward as a player to continue on thinking about the next time?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but for me as a player, I just got to turn the page and move on. And again, it's a shame, but I can't control it, so just got to move on.
What's your biggest concern when you see a player come charging out of the mound? Usually these dust-ups don't turn into that much. What were your initial thoughts? Did you think there was going to be a big fight?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, like I previously said, it's one of those situations that it was out of my control. And, I'm clear in my mind that there was no intent whatsoever on my part to hit anybody. So it's just one of those things where I think you don't really think, you just react and you just try to defend yourself.
Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to Eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
With liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won Baseball World Championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come.
They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. That when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick. Let's brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball. To mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys, and the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light pyramid. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for your Atlanta Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. is batting .178 on the year, 2 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Batting second, the designated hitter, Drake Baldwin. 5 home runs, 14 RBI, a .327 club. Ozzie Albies batting third, playing second. .277 average with 3 home runs, 4 RBI. Matt Olson is batting cleanup and at first. A .283 average with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. Austin Riley batting fifth at third. 3 RBIs, batting .190. And Mauricio Dubon is batting sixth and at short. He's got a .350 average, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. Mike Yastrzemski is in left field, 3 RBI, a .229 average. And Jonah Heim is behind the plate, 1 for 11 on the year, 1 RBI. Michael Harris II batting .227. He's batting ninth, 1 home run, 5 RBI. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Grant Holmes. 0-1 with a 2.45 ERA and a 1.00 whip. 11 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 1 home run served. He'll be going head-to-head with Reed Detmers, who's got a 2.38 ERA and a 1.15 whip, 11 innings, 9 hits, 13 strikeouts, 4 walks, no home runs given up. Backing up Detmers in the bottom of the first inning, leading off and playing shortstop, it's Zach Nato. Batting second and in center field, Mike Trout. 2 home runs, 3 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .211. Nato, 4 home runs, 6 RBI, 1 stolen base, and .229 as the leadoff man. Noah Shanwell is batting third and at first, 2 home runs, 7 RBI, a .244 average. And batting cleanup and in right field, you can't make this up, Jorge Soler has yet to be suspended. So he's batting cleanup, 2 home runs, 10 RBI, a .220 average. Moncada is batting 5th and at 3rd. 1 home run, 3 RBI, an 091 clip. Joe Adell is batting 6th, the designated hitter. 1 home run, 5 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting 283. And Josh Lowe is in left field, batting 7th. 1 home run, 3 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting 097. Logan O'Hoppe is behind the plate, batting 207 on the year with 4 RBI. And Peraza is batting 9th and at second base. 1 home run, 2 RBI, 1 stolen base, a 212 average. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, or this afternoon, I guess I should say. It's Vic Carapazza. Your first base umpire is Nick Lentz. Second base will be manned by Hunter Wendelstedt, and down the third base line, it's Edwin Moscaso. 77 degrees here at first pitch today with the wind blowing out to dead center at about 7 to 10 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 126 on the money line. The over-under is 8.5. Braves come in 7-5 and 3-3 on the road. Angels 6-6 and 3-2 at home. Our pick to click tonight against Reed Detmers. Well, we're going to go with the guy who's got the hot hand and has great numbers against Detmers, so why not? Give us Mauricio Dubon. He is 6 for 11 lifetime. The home run and 2 RBIs, a 545 average. Other guys to keep an eye on. Austin Riley. This might be where he really gets out of this. He had a couple hits last night. He's 2 for 3 lifetime versus Detmers. Olson is 1 for 4, but he does have a home run. And Heim is 4 for 16. Other numbers, Harris and Yaz, Drake, and Acuna are all hitless. Ozzie Albies has never faced the left-hander. We're going to take your Atlanta Braves to win this one. It's a getaway day. It's got to be a tired baseball team, especially all the fisticuffs in the late end last night. So we'll take the Braves to win a quick one, a low-scoring one. So give us the under in this. Give me Atlanta to win it 5-3.
Do you see what you get, lose? Do you see? Here's what you should know about winning before you chase it. Winning's
All we got on this team is a bunch of
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation, bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
See who we have in the club tonight here on Braves Country Radio. If you're watching along on Facebook and other joints, you can jump in as well. But we pretty much pay attention to the YouTube channel. So if you want to join in the fun over there, everybody's predominantly going to be on the YouTube page, Braves Country Radio on YouTube. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry if you're listening to one of the radio channels as well. Good to see you, Uncle Charlie. Let's get the country club members out of the way first. Uncle Charlie, Trina, Deb Up, Royal Peta, Gary the Real McCoy. See what else do we have in here? Coco! Good to see you ready. See if we got any other club members in here. Looks like that's it for the country club members so far. There's John. Good to see you. So now we'll hit the ones with the nose pressed up against the glass on the outside looking in. Rebecca, Willis, Tim. Emilio. Skater. James Fisher King. Jameson Taylor. I think we got Uncle Charlie, just in case we didn't. Uncle Charlie. Nathaniel Brooks, good to see you. Mark's in the chat. James Ray. Think that is everybody. Stoney. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. You haven't seen it already. I love that new shirt. I am the danger instead of Walt Weiss. So instead of Walt White, it's Walt Weiss in a Braves cap. We'll be back in a flash. If you don't know the show, it's funny as hell. I don't know. It's one of the better ones we've come up
with. It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. Braves, you've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stands full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an answer swear so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets. Line drive and a base hit. Just as to score the tying run. Breed to the plate. And he is saved.
We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series. And the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves country.
Welcome in, Braves country. Atlanta Braves set to try to take this last game of the series. It's the rubber match. And so far, Soler is in the lineup, so I guess he's appealing. That's the only explanation I have for you. All I can say to that, to Suzuki and the Angels, if something happens today, that's your fault, dum-dum. Braves are wearing their road grays that land on the chest in red, outlined in navy. Tomahawk the same, striped in gold. As soon as the 3 dimensions kick in, we will share it on the screen. If it stays at 7 games, it means that Raylo will only miss 1 start. And yes, and Solaire's in right field, so it says it's 5 for fighting. So I don't know who. Supposedly 5. So I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look it up. I was busy doing the lineups and whatnot, but I'll get to the bottom of it. I'm seeing 3. I'm seeing 7. Maybe we'll meet in the middle and just agree it's 5. I don't know why everybody's wrong, but one person is probably right. The rest are wrong. It happens, though. You get rumors out on the interwebs. Los Angeles Angels are wearing their home uniforms, the white top to bottom, red ball caps, red writing, Angels across the chest. Ronald Acuna Jr. digs in. Let's see if we can get this pulled up for you. And the first pitch on the way is swung on and fouled back out of play. And here we go. It's 0-1. The lefty-righty matchup. The southpaw, Detmers, digging in. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, fouls that off. Do it again. The 0-1 or the 0-2 down and away, 1-2. Good take by Acuna. I don't know why this happens every day on Braves Vision, but he lags behind until I have to speed it up at the very beginning at first pitch. It's really strange. 1-2 count. Swing, fouls it away. And we'll do it one more time. Soler is in right field, so that wasn't a mistake, and they didn't pull him at the last minute. So I guess he's appealing, which he has the right to do. And maybe he figures he's going to fare well against Grant Holmes. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. And also maybe he thinks he's going to get his suspension down. I don't think he's going to. If it is 7, we'll get that verified here in a minute. Whether it's 7 or 5 or whatever they got, I doubt it gets reduced because he instigated it. The 2-2 pitch, inside, 3-2. And if you listen to the pregame here on Braves Country Radio, you saw that, or you listened to the manager of the Angels, Suzuki, giving his take, believing that the throws were intentional as the payoff pitch. Swing, lifts it into left field, shallow left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Hit them where they ain't, baby. Hit them where they ain't. He's chugging for 2. And Ronald Acuna Jr., sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That wasn't a hard hit ball, but it found daylight in your Atlanta Braves.
Vamos!
Bravo.
Have a leadoff double. Let's freaking go, y'all.
Vamos!
Bravo.
Thank you, Iron Lung. First pitch swinging by Drake Baldwin. Chop foul. Close to his foot. I don't think it hit it. It's 0-1. Righty or lefty matchup. The 0-1 pitch. Bang right there for a strike. Right down Main Street. And it's quickly 0-2 to Baldwin. Big thing for Baldwin, just get the runner over to third. The 0-2 pitch, swing, and spoils that one, knocks it away out and about. We'll do it again. Reed Detmer's a tough left-hander. The Braves are going to have to be patient because he will move it up and down, in and out. Is the 0-2 pitch. Swing! Pops it back foul. That was a hanging curve. Drake just mistimed that one. A little out in front. But the big thing for this is 0-0 your score, top of the first inning. Braves and Angels, game 3 of a 3-game set. The 0-2 pitch. Woo, very close. Good eye by the Drake, not being challenged by O'Hoppe. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That pitch is in the dirt. Slider, 2-2. Biggest thing with this matchup with Detmers, you got to be patient and try to run his pitch count up. Remember, this Angels bullpen's a little taxed. With the quick turnaround, some of these guys are not going to be ready to play today. The 2-2 to Baldwin. Cunha at second. The pitch, swing, slices it foul. And we'll do it one more time. More pitches Baldwin sees. You got to like his chances just a little better. Standing on deck for your Atlanta Braves is Ozzie Albies. He's been swinging a hot bat from the right side. Real quick on your out-of-town scoreboard, the Red Sox lead the Brewers 5-0 in the ninth. The 2-2 pitch, swing, and rolls it over to second. And although that's going to be a 4-3 putout, a great at-bat by the Drake because he got Ronald Acuna Jr. over to third base with only one out. And now it's up to Ozzie to move him home. It's one of those things that a lot of folks won't pay attention to, but that's a big at-bat there. That pitch was on the outside as Detmers was trying to get him to punch it to the left side of the infield. Instead, he rolled it, pulled it to the right, and Acuna stands on third. First pitch swinging by Ozzie, pops it up, and shallow center field. Mike Trout with the ball. Here comes the throw, and Acuna's coming home. Here's the throw, and he is safe! And Ronald Acuna Jr. putting on those wheels, baby. Got it just deep enough to get him home, and the Braves lead it 1-0. Ozzie got the ball in the air, and Trout, he's got a pretty good arm, just threw it a little high, man. It was a little closer than what I realized, but Acuna easily safe. If he gets a little less air on that throw, he might have gotten him. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike to Olsen. He's thinking about challenging it. Do not challenge that, Olsen. Not the first inning again. That pitch was a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Right there on the outer edge. 1-1. One thing that you may not be aware of when you're watching games on TV going forward with the ABS system is the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. It's 1-2. What Major League Baseball, we touched on this in the spring, but I feel like I haven't brought it up in a while. Major League Baseball made it a rule where your broadcast team bringing you the game on radio and on television is the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, went around, strike three, and that'll end the inning. We'll go over it when we come back. Braves take the early lead, and Grant Holmes coming on when we return.
Hey, this isn't my coffee. Where's my finely ground quinoa blend from Starbucks?
That's it. Daphne put an eggshell and some allspice in it.
Didn't that just dress it up? Let us get something clear. I am not a morning person. I have to ease into my day slowly. First, I have my coffee. Sans eggshells or anything else one tends to pick out of the garbage.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
if there's anything I could change about the league to make it better, probably just all the guys sitting resting. That's the only thing I probably don't like. Just play, man. If you 80%, you got to play. I don't like all the sitting, missing games and stuff. Like these people might have enough money to come to one game. You know what I'm saying? And that might be the game they come to, and then you sitting out. You know what I'm saying? So I take pride in trying to play every game because I don't know. It might be one fan that has never seen me play, and I'm trying to play. So that's the only thing I don't like. Guys just sitting out.
Armchair.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
When the University of Illinois played Northwestern, Illinois rooters fired blanks into the air. Much more convenient than yelling, the campus paper said, and has a better effect on the visiting team. And when the Princeton Tigers beat Yale, their fans roared right onto the field.
Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Kenny Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Grant Holmes coming on to the bump. 0-1 with a 2.45 ERA. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch is down and in. Out and away from Zach Nato. And it's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Grabs the zone on the down and away. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Pitch is bounced to the plate. Back to the backstop slider. 2-1. Braves lost game 1. This is your first time tuning in. Braves lost game 1 with Chris Sale on the mound. He just didn't have it on Monday night. On Tuesday night, they won that one with Raylo on the mound despite being suspended for fighting Jorge Soler as the 2-1 pitch swing fouls it down the line. 2-2. So the 2-2 count. I'm definitely getting one of those Walt Weiss shirts. Those things are so damn funny. The 2-2 pitch. Down and away, ball 3-2. That's one of those ones you have to worry about him getting traded either. Also going on in the world of baseball today, right now as we speak, the Phillies and Giants are in the third inning. It's scoreless as the payoff pitch. Swing, lifts it high into center field, and Harris is underneath it, deepest part of the park right before the warning track for a loud out number 1. Righty-righty matchup now. And the man standing in is Mike Trout, the peacemaker. The first pitch swinging, pops it up, four-seam fastball. And underneath it is Matt Olson, and that's a quick out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down, and Shanwell coming to the plate. Left-handed bat. He was the man stealing second when all hell broke loose between Lopez and Soler. First pitch swing and fouls the slider away. It's 0-1. Red Sox did end up winning that game 5-0. They're trying to turn their season back around after a bad start. The 0-1, down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and fires. Swing, chops it towards the dugout. 1-2. I would expect Jorge Soler to get a standing ovation today from the Angel fans. They said that the Angels broadcasters last night said that he got a standing ovation when he left the field. And you just know, if the roles were reversed, the Braves would be doing the same thing. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. We won't see Soler this inning. We'll see him in the second. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0 your score. The Braves grab the sticks when we return.
Are you okay, pal?
I had a rough day on the job.
Are you going home now?
I was about to.
Well then, you just fulfilled the first rule of law enforcement. Make sure when your shift is over, you go home alive.
Well, there's been so much going on. We have so much to talk about tonight, so let's just get right to it. Alrighty.
I'm not going to whitewash it. I let my church down, and I let my family down.
And didn't we let something else down, like our trousers? Armchair.
I was talking to one of my husband's friends, and he was telling me about how he went and got his son a game system and some games or whatnot so he could take it over to his mother's house and so they could play games and stuff while he's not at his house. So anyway, he messaged him the other day and said, "Hey son, you want to play Call of Duty?" So the son messaged him back and said, "Mom took my game system away." So of course he goes and texts the ex and he said, "Why'd you take my son's game system away? What happened?" And she said, he won't let his brothers play with him, so I took it away. And he messaged her back and said, "I bought that game system. That's his game system. He don't have to share. Give it back to him." And she said, "Well, in this house, we do share." So she said he said that he texted back and said, "Oh, well, that's crazy because you got 4 kids in the house that don't share the same daddy, so give it back."
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Welcome back. Lefty-righty matchup starts our top of the second inning is Austin Riley, the batter. First pitch is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1. Braves scored the first run of the game in the first inning after a leadoff double. It's kind of a bloop seeing eye double by Acuna. Drake got him over to third, and Ozzie brought him home with the fly ball. Get him on, get him over, get him in. The 1-1 inside, 2-1. Riley with 2 hits last night, so hopefully he's turning the corner. And he's got good numbers against Detmers. They'll only have faced him 3 times, 3 at-bats. He is 2 for 3 lifetime. The 2-1 pitch. High bender, curve, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Detmer brings it. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. And it's a leadoff walk for your Atlanta Braves. You keep getting those leadoff runners on, good things will happen. Lefty-righty matchup. Dubon swings at the first pitch, and he'll pop up a flare over to second base. It'll be F4 in your scorecard. 1 down. Bad at bat there by Mauricio. The ball was down and in. There was nothing he was going to be able to do with that one. But maybe the Yaz can clean it up. Mike Yastrzemski getting a start against a left-hander, see what he can do. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. For a ball, it's 1-0. Yastrzemski batting .229 on the year. Signed a 2-year deal in the offseason. The 1-0 pitch to Yaz. Swing. And bangs it towards the first base side, but that'll be plenty foul. 1-1. 1-0 your score. Atlanta leads Los Angeles. Top of the second inning. Game 3 of a 3-game set. The 1-1 off the plate. 2-1. Slider missing all the way. Braves will have a day off. Finally, we have not had a day off since opening day. On Friday, the 27th of March. And they'll have a day off tomorrow. Reset, go back to Atlanta to face Cleveland. The 2-1 right there for a strike, 2-2. Two count. Turns and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him, right there on his hands. And there's 2 down. It's a little surprised to see Yaz in the lineup today. Really thought we were going to get Eli White again. And I know he's not batting well. Eli White's batting .154 on the year, but still he gives you a better chance against a right-handed or a left-handed pitcher. The first pitch to Riley is going to be, it's actually going to be thrown over to Riley to keep him close by. First pitch we'll have to wait on for a second. Jonah Heim. Runner at first, 2 outs. Braves lead it 1-0, and Riley goes. Here's the pitch. There's the throw down to second base. Does Riley have it? He's got it, baby. What a good jump by Austin Riley.
I feel the need for speed.
A good take by Jonah Heim to let him get in scoring position. On the follow-through, Logan O'Hoppe racked Jonah Heim. So that's what the holdup is. He was throwing the ball to second, and on the follow-through with his right hands, he kind of banged him in the jewels. So they're giving him a chance to kind of catch his breath. Good old-fashioned cup check. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it down the right field line. If that's fair, it's going to score a run. It is fair. It's going to get up over the wall. It's going to be a grounds rule double, and Austin Riley will come home, and it's an RBI double for Jonah Heim. Put a little Heimlich maneuver on there and get an RBI double, and your Atlanta Braves lead it 2-0. Second RBI and second hit in as many nights. Not a hard hit ball, just a flare down the right field line, and Soler was playing him to pull, so no chance to get him. And they've got that very short porch there in the right field corner. The first pitch on the way is misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. If you remember, Adele fell into that a few days ago, and they made a big deal about it on social media. Talk about the catch is the 1-0's right there for a strike. It's 1-1. But that wall is maybe 3.5 feet tall, if that. It definitely looks like it's a touch under 4. The 1-1 swing, and that's a dribbler back to the mound. Should be an easy 1-3. It is, and that'll end the inning. So Harris's woes continue, but not before your Atlanta Braves put one on the board. It's 2-0. We go to the bottom of the second inning here in sunny California.
This is a fun fact for you. A leopard can drag another animal twice its weight up a tree, and then a cougar can drag a person half their age into a bed.
Are you in a relationship with a woman and you're tired of all that hooting and hollering? Well, here are surefire ways passed down from generation to generation of men on how to calm those ladies down. Number 3, just tell her to calm down. Sometimes women get all caught up in their womaning and forget the basic rules of polite discourse. A gentle reminder to calm down should simmer the situation. Remind her to relax. This helps the ladies who understand their level of energy is inappropriate but aren't quite sure what the next step to take. And number 1, only to be used in extreme cases. You're acting like your mother, and this world doesn't need 2 bitches that crazy walking around. Just use these simple methods, and you'll never have an out-of-hand lady again.
I ran into one of my dumbass friends yesterday at the store, and we was just talking, and he looked at me and he goes, you know, I'm smart. Not only am I smart, but I'm street smart. And I was like, you know what, buddy, you are. You're Sesame Street smart.
The most popular and most notorious star of the 19th century was Michael Joseph King Kelly, the sure-handed catcher for the Chicago White Stockings. He was so skilled at stealing bases, he once stole 6 in a single game, that he inspired a popular song, Slide, Kelly, Slide. He sometimes cut across the diamond, skipping second altogether when the umpire was not looking. Kelly drank as hard as he competed. Once, A.G. Spaulding put Pinkerton detectives on his trail and accused him of having been in a saloon at 3 a.m. drinking lemonade. Kelly was indignant. It was straight whiskey, he said. I never drank a lemonade at that hour in my life.
Welcome back. Jorge Soler standing at the plate. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back out of play. It's 0-1. Of course, all the local fans for the Angels gave him a round of applause. Not a really big crowd here in Anaheim today, but that's not really a shocker. They don't get a great crowd, especially during the daytime during the week. The 0-1 pitch, swing, that ball's blasted. And that ball, she is gone. A solo shot, and Jorge Soler keeps pounding the hell out of Braves pitchers. And his third of the year, second against the Braves in this series. And the Angels have cut it in half. It's 2-1. I guess the best time to face Soler right now is when there's nobody on base. So 2-1 your score. I mean, that was a no-doubter. It was a rainbow. It went 402 feet over the left field wall. The most impressive thing was how high it went. It wasn't how far or how loud off the bat. The 1-0 to Moncada is outside wide, ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. I would give anything for Grant Holmes to plunk him next time he's up, just to see his reaction. And to teach Major League Baseball, maybe you don't let him play the next game. He ends up with 50 games of suspensions because they're letting him out there playing. He's getting thrown at. Yep, 0.91 average. Moncada, the 3-0 pitch, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So Holmes is definitely shook by that home run. He walks Moncada. I mean, once again, so they're showing the replay of that throw to Soler. That was just him being mad because he thought the throw was intentional, but it wasn't intentional. Because if you were trying to hit him, as the pitch to Odell is going to get dropped into center field, and Grant Holmes is flailing out here. 2 on, nobody out to start the second. A home run already across. But you look at that replay over and over again, it's very obvious that if he was really trying to hit him, he just would have got him square in the back. Instead, the ball was over the plate, but it was extremely high, and that's why Soler took notice to it. What ended up escalating it is Hefner's out there to talk to Grant Holmes. What really ended up escalating it was when you have that going on, and one thing that a lot of folks may not realize, Soler has owned Raylo in his career. He's got very good numbers. Plus he hit a home run. Plus he had hit him earlier in the game. So when the ball was thrown high like that and Soler staring out at him, and then Raylo throws his hands up like you got a problem, that's what escalated it. I think if Raylo handles it a little different, we never see that. And I'm not saying Soler's right, but that's what triggered it. Righty-lefty matchup, low first pitch down Main Street is a four-seam fastball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. As we pull the screen back so you can see a better look, the pitch is hammered down the right field line, foul. It's 0-2. Why was Soler allowed to hit? Because he was in the lineup. The 0-2 count. Unless you're talking about why didn't we just plunk him or walk him. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. I mean, he's not Babe Ruth. You're not going to be that scared of him in the lineup. But when he gets hot, I mean, we've all seen it. We saw it in the 2021 World Series. When he gets hot, he can carry a lineup. Wind is blowing out a little stiffer now. Looks like it's left center, and I'd say that's 10 to 15 miles an hour easily. The 1-2, outside wide, 2-2. Two count. First and second, nobody out, one across already. Braves lead at 2-1. The 2-2 from Holmes. That slider is into the dirt, and it's a full count. So he is really playing with his food. The payoff pitch, down and in, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. So Holmes is put an absolute mess in here. The bases are loaded. He's got nobody out. All from that home run. You can tell he just rattled. So bases juiced. First pitch to O'Hoppe is below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. There you go. 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires. Outside wide. 2-1. Wanting to know why we're playing the American League. You play everybody in Major League Baseball, every single team, at least once. They started that about 5 years ago. The 2-1 count. Right there at the knees, 2-2. Good sinker. Could really use a strikeout here, but a double play would be great. The infield is playing for the double play. They'll concede the run home if it's hit deep into the infield. The 2-2 from Grant Holmes. Turns and fires. Nowhere near the zone. Four-seam fastball. Full count. We might end up seeing Jose Suarez. The payoff pitch. Outside wide. Strike 3. O'Hoppe's going to challenge it, and he's going to win that challenge. That pitch was well off the plate. Terrible call by the home plate umpire, Vic Carapazza. Missed it by about 2 inches off the plate. And that'll tie the game. So just like that, the lead is cooked and the bases are loaded. There's nobody out. You can't send Hefner back out there to talk to him anymore, or you're going to have to make a pitching change. So he is really in a bind. You can send a catcher out there to calm him down, but that's it. Righty, first pitch on the way, up top, slider. It's 0-1. You got Peraza, and then it's going to be right back to the top of the order. Nato on deck. Trout is in the hole. The 0-1. Swing. Bangs it down the third base line into the dugout. It's 0-2. Atlanta 2, Los Angeles 2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big fastball there. 95, a little off the plate, chased it, and there's one down. So now a double play can get you out of the jam, but it is the top of the order and Zach Nato. Nato, who's 0 for 1 on the day, he has already hit 4 home runs on the year, so you got to be careful here. First pitch on the way is out wide. The throw goes down to third. See if they can catch Adele's hand in the cookie jar. He just got back in time. It's 1-0. Looks like time is going to be called by Zach Nato. Davey Lopes passed away today, for those of y'all who know baseballs. The 1-0 swing. Chops it down the line, foul. It's 1-1. 80 years old. Hell of an infielder. One of the best base runners of his time. Played for the Dodgers and the Astros. Aaron Bummer's already warming up in the pen. So what a disaster for Grant Holmes. The 1-1 shows bunt, drops it. A bunt down. They were going for the squeeze, and the ball bounces off the ground and hits Nato, so it's going to be a 1-2 count. Probably got bailed out there. If that ball stays fair, it would have been a tough out just to get Nato at first. So 1-2. Kicks and fires. Swing, pops it up, and that should be pretty shallow. In fact, Acuna is going to be the one catching it shallow right field. Adele fakes like he's going to go, and Acuna was deking him, saying, "Come on, baby, come on." 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Mike Trout coming to the bump with the bases loaded. First pitch to Trout is a slider right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and fires, pops it up. High and out of play. It's 0-2. So Holmes has a chance to get out of this mess. One strike away, but the bases are loaded. 2 outs. Dangerous hitter at the plate. The wind up the pitch. Upstairs, just misses. Just misses. Good idea to try to go up top and get him to pop it up. It missed the zone by about an inch or so over the plate, but up high. The 1-2 count. Swing, chopper back to the mound off of the glove of Holmes, and thankfully Ozzy's there to get the ricochet step on the bag, and that will end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves 2, Angels 2. We go to the top of 3.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage.
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
As you know, Monty, Vaughn's been working on a couple of new pitches, the Eliminator and the Humiliator, to complement his fastball, the Terminator. I heard that. Dynamite drop-in, Monty. That broadcast school has really paid off.
We got a tie. We need to fix it. We need a tiebreaker.
I agree. Ties are not acceptable in fantasy football. Fantasy football is about proving that you are better than your friends, not equally as good as your friends, okay? It's not communism. We're not coveting Billy Joel cassette tapes and wearing ill-fitting blue jeans.
This helpful instructional message from the National Association of People Who Have Trouble Walking and Chewing Gum at the Same Time. Step, chew. Step, chew.
If I could change anything about basketball, it'd be to get rid of the X Games.
Armchair.
What do you guys want?
Let me get a fratte motete. And then let me get a Trenta pinkity drinkity.
Drinkity, pinkity, dinky, and a fratte mate.
What the hell?
A fratte mate and a frinkity, pinkity. Fratte mate.
Latte mate. I don't think we got one of those.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My first time.
Mayhem seemed to follow John McGraw wherever he went. When he got into a fist fight with the opposing third baseman in Boston in 1894, both benches empty. Fans began brawling. Someone set the stands on fire, and the entire wooden ballpark and 170 neighborhood buildings went up in flames.
Welcome back. Braves 2, Angels 2. Could be a lot worse. It was 2-2 with the bases loaded, nobody out. And somehow Grant Holmes was able to get out of that jam. Ronald Acuna Jr. leads us off. He's 1 for 1 on the day with the run scored. First pitch bangs off his bat foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. This is high, 1-1. Deb, I think you might be a little bit behind. Acuna's at the plate and you're saying strike this clown out. I don't think you hate Acuna, but maybe I'm wrong. The 1-1 count. Right there at the knees. 1-2. Braves trying to get game number 3 here. Did he challenge that? Good Lord. Acuna challenged a pitch that was right down the center of the plate in the middle of the zone. Is the 1-2 pitch. Swing, chops it over to short. And then he kind of half-assed jogs down to first, 1 down. He needs to sit for a game. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I don't even know what he was doing there with that challenge. There's no way that he thought that was a strike. It was right down the heart of the plate. First pitch swinging by Baldwin. It's a hack and a whiff. It's 0-1. 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Kicks and fires. Right there at the knees. 0-2. Jedi, I think that's coming soon enough. I don't think they're going to re-sign him to that big deal that everybody keeps saying that he's worth. It doesn't make sense to give one player is the go-to. Swing. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. Even with the newfound money, with the new television contract, I just don't think he's someone that you build that kind of salary on. Is the 0-2 pitch. Swing. Pops it up. High. Right side. Bounces into the seat. And 0-2. And don't get me wrong, I like watching him play when he's playing well. when he's playing poorly, he kind of pouts and does really goofy things like he just did there. But, I mean, they're talking about paying him. I don't think it would get to Juan Soto money, but up around that neighborhood. The 0-2 count, inside, sinker, almost gets him. Oh, maybe that did get him. All right, it must have clipped his jersey, is the only thing I can think of, because it didn't look like it hit Baldwin. He'll head on down to first, so we'll take it. It just got his jersey, it looks like. He missed a couple of sit-ups this week, and he would have hit him right in the belly. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is a swing and a miss. You just wonder what you could get for him to rebuild if you're not going to re-sign Acuna, is the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and 0-2. What can you get to reset? Like, who's willing to go that kind of distance? Because it's going to have to be a large market team. The only team who's going to put that kind of money on him to sign him, but also to, as he 0-2 pitch, chops it foul. Not only is it going to have to be someone who's got something to give back to Atlanta, but also someone who can re-sign him. So it narrows the market for who can actually make the trade for him. 0-2 count. Pitch to Ozzie. Swing, pops it up. And that's a terrible pitch to swing at. Well out of the zone. Jam shot. And that'll be an F3 in the middle of the infield. Can of corn. 2 down. You know you're not going to trade him to a division rival, so he's not going to the Mets. I mean, you're really talking about Yankees. I don't think they want to trade him even in the National League. So you're really talking about you could trade him to the Yankees, Boston. In theory, the Angels could have the money, but I don't think they've been ran correctly for years, so I doubt that's an option. As the first pitch to Olsen is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, you can scratch that off. The Mets, the Mets, Phillies, anybody in the division. The 0-1 count. In the dirt. Ball gets away. O'Hoppe jumps on it really quickly to keep the runner close by. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they end up re-signing him. I just don't think he's going to be worth what they could spend elsewhere to bolster this roster long term and keep the guys they want to keep. Because you give him that kind of money, it really limits you elsewhere. As the 1-1's in the dirt, 2-1. 2-1 count. Texas is probably another option that you could think of. But once again, who do they have that you want? The 2-1? 4-seam fastball, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. If we could get an everyday player and a pitcher or two that's top tier, and you reset their contract, is the 2-2, misses high, ball 3-3-2. Good take there by Olsen. Then I would actually be in favor of it. I don't think it happens this year. It would have to happen in the off season, and we're gonna have a lockout this coming off season. So where are you gonna squeeze it in there? The payoff pitch, swing. That ball's lifted into right center field. Get up, get up, get up. And that ball is off the wall. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong. A 2-run shot, and the Ice House has put us back on the board.
Hello,
399 happy feet later.
Smooth as it gets. Ice House, always smooth, never watered
scalded
down.
Off the bat.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley. It's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. You think about the fact that you've already got Riley locked up long term. You've got Olsen locked up long term. You'd probably like to go ahead and get him signed in the next few years to an extension off of that one. The 0-1 misses inside 1-1. I don't know if Acuna is really worth look, I don't think it'll be $700 million, but I also don't think it's going to be lower than 5. So let's just meet in the middle and say 600 is the 1-1. Upstairs for a strike, it's 1-2. 10 years, 600. You're talking about $60 million a year. That's a big chunk of your salary for a guy that has been hurt a lot. Is the 1-2 pitch, swing, knocks it down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. A seeing eye double is Riley is coming in. Is he out? They're going to say he's out. A head first slide, but Riley is telling everybody that'll listen to challenge the play. Walt Weiss is holding his hand up. Let's see what happens here. You get the slide. The tag is coming in. It looked like his fingers were hitting the bag before the tag hit him in the face. Wouldn't quite call it a swim slide, but it did look like he touched the bag. Yeah, he's in there. As they slow it down, he gets smacked in the jaw just as his hand's hitting the base. They are challenging it. You'd like to have a view that's an overhead view on this one, but I don't believe it's available. But everything that shows common sense tells you that he is safe. It's whether or not they're going to give him the call, because the original call in the field was out, and it really is that close. He got tagged right in the face. But his fingers are hitting the bag. Riley looks convinced that they're going to get it right. The Angels have shown the review many more times than what Atlanta has. Let's see what the call is here. So we get the call from, I believe that's Nick Lentz. And he's safe. So how about that? We get a call to go our way. And Austin Riley, a 2-out double.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Captain Stopwatch came through. That'll bring Dubon to the plate. Mauricio Dubon. First pitch on the way is right there at the knees. For a strike, it's 0-1. And the Braves are challenging a strike call, and that's a dopey challenge. So we're out of challenges just like that. One by Dubon, and then the terrible one. That's a pretty bad one by Dubon, but the terrible one by Acuna. That alone's worth trading him. The 0-1 pitch misses inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it, and he'll dribble it over to short. High throw. That ball goes into the dugout. That's going to be a run. So sometimes it's better be lucky than good. And Dubon sends home Riley on an E6.
Tell me, would you have any?
But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
Airmail. Second time they've done that in this series. So Riley comes home to score. Dubon will be at second because the ball went out of play. Runner at second, 2 outs, 5-2 your score. Man, Shanwell, he tried to go up there. The throw was taking him into the line, and him and Dubon almost collided. First pitch to the Yaz, swing and a miss at one down below the knees towards the equator. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 swing, pops it up high in the sky, and that'll be another out as F7 in your scorecard. Fighting the sun over there is low, but he'll make the catch. But not before your Atlanta Braves put 3 on the board. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network.
If you don't have cable, you're going to be forced to, read or something, man. You're going to get cabled fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's been rough.
What city did you just move to, Wilbanks?
Houston.
With somebody listening, if anybody's in Houston, please call in. We need to get Wilbanks some cable so he can watch the game tomorrow. Let's start the Santa party.
Or at least do the man a solid and, leave your windows open so that he can peek in at the Super Bowl.
The strange guy outside your house watching the game, he's with us. Don't worry.
Armchair.
How much does a wedding ring have to cost?
Baby, it could be $50. It really doesn't matter. I just want to be in love. I want to be genuine. I want a happy, healthy marriage. So the ring, what the cost of the ring, it really doesn't mean anything because it's not like I'm going to go sell it. But the ring is just a symbol of my commitment to my man. So however much he can really afford, whatever he feels like he wants to give me, I think that's better than, listen, these hoes have 3 kids with no marriage. So I'd rather the ring and my man than the cost of it. That don't matter to me.
So, he could give you a ring pop and you would...
Baby, take me to the courthouse with that ring pop. Thank you. Hello.
In 1878, more than 8 million bats were sold in the United States, and players often rode to the ball field in painted carriages, singing team songs. Men who were crazy about baseball were called bugs and cranks. Women who shared their excitement were cranklets. Later, they would be called fans, short either for baseball fanciers or fanatics.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
What I am. That's all what I am.
It's time. Whoops.
What's for dinner?
Wrong one. First pitch off the 0-1 to Shanwell is down and away for a ball. Change up misses.
Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
It's 1-1. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? I know we're kind of in a weird spot. You've already eaten lunch or maybe preparing dinner. Is the 1-1 down and away? 2. The weird time here, the only thing I've had for lunch was Slim Jims. I think we're going to do fajitas tonight. Is the 2-1 pitch swing. Chops it over to first. Olsen steps on the bag, 1 down. Planning on doing fajitas tonight. And then we're off for a whole day tomorrow. That happens to be our 10th wedding anniversary, so me and my wife are going to get out and cause some trouble as the first pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Lima beans, pork cutlets, and muffins. That sounds good, man. The 1-0 pitch, swing, chops it over to second. It's going to be a 4-3 put out. 2 down. Uncle Charlie's got the ham steaks and fried taters and biscuits and tomato. Man, I swear, Uncle Charlie, you eat like a king, man, every time. I don't know how the hell it is. Looking forward to, a day away from any kind of electronics, but just not we're not going to watch any ball games, anything like that. Going to go out and see the world. First pitch on the way to Moncada, misses off the plate. It's 1-0. Thank you, John. The 1-0 pitch, swing, fouls it away. 1-1. Jedi's got chicken biscuits. Chicken pot pie, essentially. Okay. That's some good stuff. 1-1 count. Right there on the outer edge. 1-2. Even if it's leftovers, I mean, I've never seen you put up there. I don't ever remember seeing Uncle Charlie saying what he's having for dinner. It's not like a full spread. It's never like, well, I'm just having a sandwich. Is the 1-2 pitch, caught looking, strike three, slider, got him on the outer edge, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves respond with the 1-2-3. We go to the fourth, leading 5-2.
I think we should use the manual.
I don't need a manual. I need a pair of wire strippers, a hammer, and a beer.
Remember those sweet, warm New England summers? Remember sipping lemonade underneath a shady tree? Remember when you hit that pedestrian with your car at the crosswalk and then just drove away? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Maybe I'm the problem. Nah, that doesn't even sound right. Stay woke in these streets.
This girl is checking me out.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's definitely smiling.
Wow, she's cute.
Right?
And smiling at the guy who just walked in.
Maybe it's her brother.
They are the same height. That is a long hug.
Maybe their father died. I mean...
Why would they be smiling?
Because they inherited money.
Okay.
How lucky am I?
Oh.
Why would they kiss?
Maybe he's trying to make you jealous.
What is working?
Okay.
Now they're leaving together. What's that?
She's sending mixed signals. I'll give you that.
I cannot be with people who play games like this.
Very childish.
Dad, guess which is it? Is it NBA or NFL? 36 have been accused of spousal abuse. 7 have been arrested for fraud. 19 have been accused of writing bad checks. 117 have directly or indirectly been bankrupted at least 2 businesses. 3 have done time for assault. 71 cannot get a credit card due to their bad credit. 14 have been arrested on drug-related charges. 8 have been arrested for shoplifting. 21 currently are defendants in lawsuits. And how many of you think NBA? How many of you think NFL? Well, the answer is neither. It's the 435 members of the United States Congress.
John McGraw would stay in baseball for more than 40 years and become one of the game's greatest manager. But he never stopped fighting, never stopped savaging umpires, and was always willing to do just about anything to win.
Braves Country HD. Welcome back. Jonah Heim, the batter, lefty-righty matchup. Detmers goes back to work, and the first pitch to Jonah is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Jonah, RBI double in the fourth. The 1-0 swing, pops it up high into center field. Underneath it is Michael Harris, Michael Trout. F8 in your scorecard, 1 away. One up, one down. Braves lead at 5-2, top of the fourth. Yeah, but Charlie, when you have a sandwich written up there, it's usually like a feast for a king. I'm just saying props, man. Like you're always eating well. I feel like Charlie puts a lot of thought into what he's going to eat and not just, well, whatever, I'll just grab something. 1-0 pitch, swing, fouls it away, 1-1. Chinese food from Edward Spry. Hey, Edward, good to see you in the chat. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. So Edward will be hungry again by the 6th inning. 1-2 count. Haven't had one in a long time, and I keep meaning to make it, but I don't think about it when I'm actually preparing stuff. Is the 1-2 pitch inside to Harris? Misses just inside, just misses his jersey. 2-2. It's an open face sandwich. The 2-2 count. Swing, bangs it down the line, foul. Do it again. You ever do any of the cooking, Charlie, or is it just her? Lefty-lefty matchup. What is a Texas Twinkie? The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Dare I ask what that question is, Richard Talley? 2 down. Jim and Nick's is good. That started in Nashville. Very familiar with Jim and Nick's. The Middle Tennessee area is where it actually started. Where are you at these days, D? First pitch on the way to Acuna is high and out of the zone. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Turns and fires right there. Slider inside. 1-1. Tuscaloosa, so it's made it down to Alabama, huh? 1-1 count. I want to say, I have to double check this. 1-1 misses high, 2-1. One, 2-1 count. Acuna upstairs for a strike, 2-2. We don't have to worry about him challenging anymore. We are out of challenges. Acuna burned one, if you're just joining us, right down the heart of the plate for our first one, and then Dubon. That one was a little more on the corner, but it was definitely a strike, the 2-2. Inside, full count. Payoff pitch. Kicks and fires. Swing. Fouls it away. Spoiled it outside. Ronald Acuna Jr. these days batting just .191. But that is up a tick since the beginning of this series. Riley is now up over the Mendoza line at 209. Payoff pitch. And bangs that foul down the line. We'll do it again. The 3-2, swing, bangs it down the line, foul. We'll do it again. The 3-2, just below the knees, ball 4. And good at bat there by Acuna, and he'll head down and down to first, and hopefully that gets him going. Real quick mound visit by Maddox. First pitch to Drake Baldwin is inside strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Upstairs, just misses the top of the zone. 1-1. Detmers at 83 pitches, so a high pitch count. Good job by Atlanta running that pitch count up here on Detmers. 1-1 pitch, swing, fouls it away. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Change up off the plate. Strike 3. Nasty pitch. He was just trying to spoil it and struck out. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the fourth we go. Braves lead it 5-2.
You come at the King, you best not miss.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Nobody's got anything bad to say about Dustin Pedroia. Okay, if he didn't mention Dustin Pedroia, I wouldn't have said a word. But the fact that he mentioned Big Papi in the steroid era, when you want to bring that clown, that joke of a player up, they broke a great player. Ted Williams was one of the greatest players ever. And the fact that you would bring the fact up that he broke his record after he's pumping steroids in his behind, I don't want to hear about it. You could have picked 10 better Red Sox than Big Papi.
I like him. I'm a Red Sox fan.
Of course you like him. You like the Gators. You like Aerosmith. There's a lot of things you like that the rest of the world don't. I don't know much, but I know one thing. Billy Bills gets to show game ball today.
Armchair.
You're not sick tonight, are you? Good. Your tongue's going to be hanging out. Tell him to throw up on his own time.
You think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list. We come to things at various times in our lives when we can comprehend them, when we have an interest in them. But we have a child's interest in baseball, in my case from the time I was 5. I can't imagine never having an interest in baseball. So it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
Braves Country Radio, pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Grant Holmes fires the first pitch to start the inning. Outside, down and away to Joe Adele. It's 1-0. Braves 5. Angels 2. The 1-0. Drops a slider in there in the dirt. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Brings it. Swing. Fouls it away. 2-1. The 2-1 from Grant Holmes. His 55th pitch of the day. Swing and a miss. Slider. 2-2. When you think about that mess that he was in back in the second inning, you saw so many batters, gave up 2 runs, the bases were loaded with nobody out, and he is only at 55 pitches. I mean, that really is remarkable. He's sitting at 3 strikeouts for the day, the 2-2. Swing, lifts it into right field, and it'll drop right in front of the feet of Acuna, and it'll be a leadoff single for the Los Angeles Angels. Five to 2 your score. Righty-lefty, as Lowe, the batter, stands in the first pitch. Is a four-seam fastball right there on the outer edge. Misses outside. It's 1-0. Good to see you, JC. 1-0. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1. The 1-1 count. And Holmes is going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. The 1-1. Holmes comes set and kicks and fires. The ball is dribbled over towards second. It's going to be a 4-6-3. Attempt at a double play. They'll get the lead runner, but Lowe will be easily safe. One that Dubon probably should have just stuck in his pocket. It was a high shovel by Ozzie. I don't think they're going to get him anyways. But what chance they had kind of went out the door because the shovel by Ozzie was high, and Dubon had to stick his glove up and to the top of his stretch. As he touched the bag, his momentum was heading towards left field. Righty-righty, first pitch swinging by Logan O'Hoppe. It's 0-1. Peta doesn't know it, but O'Hoppe is her nemesis because every time he's in the lineup, Travis d'Arnaud is not. We've only seen him once in this series. That was last night's game. We might see him for pinch hitting duties later. As the 0-1 pitch swing fouls it back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. I will say this. I think anybody that was on the fence about Walt Weiss, I think all that went away last night with the brouhaha. The 0-2. Down and in. Just got a piece of it. One on. One out. Double play would get us out of it. The 0-2 pitch. Flips it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Brought him with the heat, and there's two down. Big strikeout there by Grant Holmes. Strikeout number 4 on the day. I don't think I looked at the numbers today. I normally do, but I think last night I saw that he was at 5.5. As the first pitch is, they're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by with 2 outs. Peraza standing at the plate. You can see them trying to go on this because the worst thing that happens is he gets thrown out and you start back next inning as the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. Peraza not really known for his power, so you're looking at a guy that if you could get someone in a scoring position, you got a much better chance of getting a run home. The 0-1 just misses the mark. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swing, hits it towards left field, and making the jogging catch is the Gaz, and that'll end the inning. So another scoreless inning put up on the board. We'll head to the 5th. Time to take a 5th here, or take the 5th. John might be taking a 5th. We'll be back in a flash.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello.
Toga! The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka.
Toga!
Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway! Toga!
October 11th.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th.
Toga!
I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
Toga!
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Let's take it! It's yours!
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them!
You guys tired?
Go get all sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here.
Toga!
Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
Toga!
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Okay? All right! Let's go!
Welcome back. First pitch is swung on and chopped down the third base line. Plenty foul to start the inning off. It's 0-1. Braves lead at 5-2, top of the fifth inning. Trying to win this series. That would also give us a winning road trip. Right now, we're sitting at 3-3. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it towards the hole in the 5-6 spot, and that's going to get through for a base hit. A seeing eye single by Ozzie Albies in between 5 and 6. Diving attempt over there by Zach Nato. And your Atlanta Braves.
I'm the Wiz! I'm the Wiz! I'm
One on, nobody out.
I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me!
Matt Olson, the batter, first pitch swinging. Takes a hack at the slider. And down and away, it's 0-1. Olson, who homered earlier today, has a strikeout and 2 RBIs. The 0-1. Brings it. Outside wide. 1-1. 1-1 count. Five to 2 your score. The pitch on the way. Just misses outside. 2-1. Two-one pitch, sinker, misses, ball 3, 3-1. Three-one count. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Into center field. Excuse me, left center field. They had the camera on the wrong angle. It's going to be Lowe making the catch. One down. Braves vision, I think it's because Trout put his mitt up in front of his face to shield it from his eyes, the sun from his eyes, and they just assumed he was in on the play, but it was actually hit to left. Kurt Suzuki is coming out there to the mound, so this is probably it. And it will be it. We're going to get a quick pitching change when we return here on the BCR. Braves lead it by a score of 5-2. Welcome back. 5-2 your score, top of the 5th inning. Ryan Zefferhan comes on at 3.86 ERA from the right-hander. Just a few appearances. Zefferhan set to face Austin Riley with 1 on, 1 out. Runner at first. Pitch on the way as a slider off the plate. Wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Pitch right down Main Street. And called for a ball, but they're going to challenge this. Did look like it hit the zone. No, it did not. Just below the zone, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. That high angle, I thought it hit that box. I guess it did not. The 2-0 pitch. Inside high, ball 3-0. The 3-0. Right there for a strike, taken all the way, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, runner goes, throw goes down to second base, and Ozzie Albies has himself another stolen base. And your Atlanta Braves.
I feel the need for speed.
That'll send Austin Riley down to first. So runners at first and second and 1 out to clean that up. Top of the 5th. First pitch on the way. Mauricio Dubon is out and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Dubon 0 for 2 on the day. 1-0. By the way, good news is the 1-0 pitch right there at the knees, 1-1. Good news in Gotham and in San Francisco. Phillies trail the Giants 3-0, and the Diamondbacks 5-0 over the Mets. The Mets game is in the 6th. The Diamondbacks game is the 1-1 pitch. Swing, fouls their way. 1-2. The Diamondbacks and Mets, they are in inning number 6, and the Giants are in inning number 7. So Giants and Phillies in the 7th. Mets game is in the 6th. The Mets game, they had to move that because of weather. 1-2 count. Outside wide, 2-2. Something I wish you would see the Braves do. They made the announcement Monday that the Tuesday and Wednesday games were both being moved to 4 o'clock, not 7 o'clock because of weather. And we just never see the Braves do that as the 2-2 outside wide, full count. And I fully believe it's because they don't want to risk losing ticket sales, and they'd rather have the fans sit in these long rain delays. But as a fan, I think you're much more appreciative if they get ahead of something like that and give you an opportunity to actually watch the game and not have to sit out there for a 6-7 hour rain delay. A 3-2 count, swing. That ball's laced down the left field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows, and there's a lot of room for it to roll around. 1 run will score. Your Atlanta Braves lead it 6-2. 2 runs will score. Your Atlanta Braves lead it 7-2, and it's a 2 RBI bases clearing double by Mauricio Dubon.
Pardon me, would you have any? But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
He loops it down the left field line, and they were playing him pretty straight away, so when he pulled it in the corner, the left fielder, Lowe, had a long way to go, and Dubon stands at second base and still only 1 out. First pitch to the Yaz as he is going to get his first at bat against a right-hander today. 0 for 2 on the day. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down and inside. 2-0. The 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch inside, misses. 3-0. Good to see you, Jose. I think I've seen most of the other club members. The 3-0 pitch right there for a strike, 3-1. Three-1 to the Yaz. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Brings it right down the pipe for a strike. Full count. Seven to 2 your score. The payoff pitch, swing, rips it over to second. That's going to be a 4-3 putout and 2 down. Dubon will make it down to third base, but there are 2 outs. And Jonah Heim's going to need another base hit to try to get himself yet another RBI. He's got 2 base hits on the year now. Both of them have been for RBIs. One last night was a flare into left field, and the one today sliced into the corner. Neither one of those balls hit very hard, but both of them brought runs home. The first pitch to Heim is sawed off foul. It's 0-1. He got a lot of hate on his reaction to the fight. And, my initial response to that is most of these people that are saying what they're saying have never been in a real fight. They really don't know what they're talking about. They're just keyboard warriors. But is the 0-1 pitch misses high? 1-1. We are used to seeing catchers being a little more aggressive, and I do think if it's Murphy, Soler's, we're not even talking about Weiss because Murphy's gonna tackle him. But is the 1-1 pitch, swing and miss, it's 1-2. I don't know how Jonah Heim grew up or whatnot. Maybe he was never in a lot of scrapes. He definitely tried to make a stab at Soler to break it up, but it was kind of a half-hearted deal. But if you've never really been in a fight, who knows? But I'm just not willing to kill the kid because he didn't go in there and get his head bounced around. As the 1-2 pitch, swing, pops it up high in the sky, and that should be an F5 in foul territory. It is, and that'll end the inning. Not before the Braves put a couple more on the board. I can just tell you from years of bouncing, if you've never been in a scrape, you probably don't understand what's going on out there to begin with.
Guys, is your wife one of them women that can take a simple text and make you an evil person out of it? She texted me today, and she was like, hey, for our birthday week this summer, I rented a cabin up in the mountains. And I read that, and I was like, oh, that's awful sweet, her. I was busy, I was working, I just texted her back, and I said, okay, sounds good. Well, as soon as I stuck my phone down in my pants pocket, bing, it hit again. I look at it, and it says they got a pavilion up there. They play music out on Saturday night. We might want to go to that. So I just texted back, okay, sounds good. Pow, stick that phone back in the pocket. As soon as it hits the bottom of my pocket, bing, get it out, and I look at it, and it says you don't have to dress up. We can dress up if you want to. I'm going to leave that up to you. What do you think? Whatever you want to do, babe, be just fine with me. Sounds good. Bam, put my phone back in my pocket. About a minute goes by. It goes off. I get it out, look at it, and it says, well, if you don't want to go, you just tell me, and I'll cancel it.
The winning run of Ozzie Albies. He got a pretty good jump. Flew under the tag in Atlanta. A single could win this game. Austin Riley stands at the plate. Here's the swung on, and it is roped down the line. It's going to rattle around, and oh, baby boy, here comes Ozzie Albies. He's going to score. The Braves walk it off in fine fashion. Oh, my word, the first pitch, and it is absolutely scooping it down the line.
That's so interesting that it would come out 90 feet. That somebody sat down, Mr. Cartwright or whoever, and said, hey, it ought to be 90 feet. It just sounded like a logical number. The fact of the matter is, in retrospect, if it were 88 feet, the game would be very different. Think of the plays at first base. Think of the double plays that wouldn't be completed. If it were 94 feet, we'd be throwing people out all over the place. Batting averages would drop remarkably.
Grant Holmes will go back to work out there. Bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch swinging, 4-seam fastball. High in the sky. Mike Trout's going to be down on a one-pitch pop-up. Excuse me, that was Nato. Trout coming to the plate now. One down. Say something else, too, that most of the people that, because I saw a lot of comments on social media, people saying, you should have did this and I would have done that kind of thing. And then you go to their profile as the first pitch on the way. It's down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. And 70-80% of them were big-time pro wrestling fans. I'm like, you don't even know what you're looking at when you see a fight. The 1-0 count. Swing. Lifts it. High into center field. And block. Man, Harris lost it in the sun. He finally finds it at the last second. F8 in your scorecard, too. Down. He's got shades and everything on. He just couldn't find it. Heck, he's actually got a pair of sunglasses on and a second pair of sunglasses on the back of his head. I don't know what that second pair is for, but yeah, it's just funny because first pitch to Shanwell is down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. I can just tell you from years of doing bouncing and everything in those nightclubs and bars, hey, it ain't fun. No matter what anyone tries to tell you, it's not as fun as it looks. And B, he probably didn't really think they were going to charge, because when you first watch Heim go out there, the first pitch off that 1-0, it bangs for a strike, it's 1-1. You first watch that first pitch as they're going out there, Heim is walking out there, but I think he thinks they're just going to jaw at each other. And then Soler took off, and it was too late as the 1-1 bangs it over to first, and that's going to be an L3 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. So they go down 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash going to the 6th inning here in Braves country.
House cat flu is coming, people. The Center for Disease Disinformation predicts with some degree of probability that the house cat flu might spread in the following hypothetical outbreak pattern: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
Are you pro or con against the bat flip? Just the overall celebration.
I'm right there in the middle. I'm not going to take either side. I'm more against it, I guess. But if a pitcher is going to be out there dancing and running his mouth, and you get a home run off him, I'm completely okay with a bat flip. Screw you, buddy.
Well, I for one want to get a Papelbon jersey, because anyone that chokes out Bryce Harper, man. I am Team Papelbon.
Armchair.
I hear these fools on TV talking about defund the police and things like that. We need police reform and prison reform and things like that. So that notion they keep saying that, I'm like, wait a minute, we just gonna leave? Who are people supposed to call Ghostbusters when we have crime in our neighborhoods?
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
The local paper did a 50-year anniversary thing, and there was a reprint of a game that he had played in 1892, and it said Watts. His name was Fred Watts, shortstop, and he had 2 hits. And I thought, my grandfather played baseball in 1892. So it's part of existence. It's part of our heritage.
Michael Harris II's going to lead us off here to start the inning. First pitch on the way to Harris. It's high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Zephyron's back out there for another inning. I do apologize. I should have led that off as the 1-0 swing and a miss. It's 1-1. We were talking about wrestling being fake and Bama feet ball. I should have started off with a spoiler alert, so I do apologize to everybody. The 1-1 just misses. 2-1. The 2-1 count. No, J.C. Harris is the 2-1 outside wide. 3-1. He's batting .217 going into this at bat. So he's not there. Acuna's below it, and Riley just went over it, the 3-1 pitch. Outside wide, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. And your Atlanta Braves. Tell you something else when you think about that. And I'm not just trying to blow smoke or anything, but the Braves are sitting at 7-5 with the 7-2 lead, so it could be 8-5. Their leadoff man, their center fielder, and their third baseman, the 3 cogs in the engine, are off to horrific starts. The first pitch is upstairs for a strike to Acuna. It's 0-1. Yastrzemski's batting .211 as well, but what were you really expecting out of Yastrzemski? Is the 0-1 swing fouls it back, it's 0-2. And I do believe Yastrzemski ends with a much higher average. That ball got a piece of the catcher, O'Hoppe, so they're giving him a chance to shake it off. But he's not someone that you're expecting huge things with offensively. What has saved us is the batting from Dubon. And he just, if you go by his career, that's not what Dubon does. But it's great that we're getting that out of him. He is really shaking up. You don't want anybody injured, but we might get a Travis d'Arnaud signing. As they show the replay, hit him in the face after the ball came off the bat of Acuna, and it must have really dinged him, rang his bell. It looks like he's going to stay in. Suzuki, the manager, the ex-catcher, he's out there probably asking the right questions. But you think about that, and not to mention the fact all the injuries to the starting pitching staff. We all know that. But the point is, we've been putting runs on the board. We're hanging in there, playing pretty good baseball, and it has not been an ideal begin to the season. The Mets have gone on to the board. It's 5-1 now. They're in the 6th. They're trying to rally against the Diamondbacks. San Francisco leads Philly 3-0 in the 8th. Beautiful sunshiny day there in San Francisco as well. It looks like it's a pretty day in New York City too, but the sun's going down. The 0-2 pitch, outside wide, good stab by O'Hoppe. I guess they wanted to make sure that he is okay, because I'll tell you what, he had to be quick as a cat there to keep that ball going from the backstop. The 1-2, flips it over to first real quick. And in limited batting at bats, I think Jedi's talking about it, Dominic Smith's hit pretty well. Yeah, he's had some big home runs. He's only got 2, but he hasn't had a ton of at bats. But he is batting .292. And even Mateo has had some big hits. The 1-2. Flips it over to first. We'll do it again. I just think this is a much deeper, much more well-constructed offensive and defensive lineup. And the bullpen is definitely one of the better ones we have seen in Braves country to start the season. Nothing will ever touch what happened at the end of 2021 in our minds. I get that. But you look at the way it's constructed. Is the 1-2 to Acuna, swing and a miss, blew it right by him, strike 3. I'm hoping that the day off tomorrow will get Acuna mentally where he needs to be. I'm just so surprised that as bad as Riley struggled, they benched him. And he's not on fire by any stretch of the imagination, but he's definitely hitting better since then. And all they did with Acuna was take him out of the right field, have him DH. There were a couple of starters that they could have easily benched him. The first pitch on the way is up high and out of the zone. Runner goes, and Harris, they're going to say he stole the base, must have got the back end of that bag. Suzuki wants to see if he wants to challenge that. Wasn't a great jump, but great acceleration. It did look like he slid in the back end of there. They may be challenging it. Nah, he's safe. He's definitely safe. So no challenge as Suzuki and company wave it off. I believe the man on the screen, if you're wondering, that was the bench coach, John Gibbons, on the phone. The 1-0 pitch to Drake Baldwin is sawed-off foul. It's 1-1. One count. Old stopwatch. Zephyr Hahn turns and delivers way high out of the zone, 2-1. 7-2 your score. Zephyr Hahn, who came into relief last inning, he is at 33 pitches already. Would that be a great thing if Arizona and San Francisco could hold on today and we get our win? The 2-1 pitch swing fouls it into the crowd, 2-2. I'm guessing, got nothing to base this on, I'm just going by when they fan the field. That stadium's a little over half full. There's hardly anybody in the bleachers, and most of them are trying to hide in the shade, but even that's not exactly packed. The 2-2, down and in, 3-2. So unless they've got a huge standing room only area that I'm not aware of there, that place is, I mean, it's not Miami Marlin empty, but it's empty for a major league game. The payoff pitch, swing, that ball's lifted into center field. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. Harris got a good jump there. He's coming around third. He's going to score, and your Atlanta Braves have taken an 8-2 lead. We got a snowman on the board, baby. The Drake strikes again.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
The Drake is good. Slaps that ball into center. And Harris with a great jump. He read that ball well off the bat. And 8-2. Ozzie Albies takes the four-seam fastball well off the plate, wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Zephyr Hahn brings it. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you do want to hang out for the MLB The Show, I am going to be doing that tonight after the game. Probably give me about an hour after the game so I can get the dogs fed and everything. We're getting a headset. Should be here by tomorrow is the 1-1 swing, and this is 1-2. So hopefully by the next one we do, after that, I'll be able to, or you can mute the hell out of me. You may not want to hear me again. But I'll have a mic there so I can talk, because it's so hard to try to type as I see your comments. Is the 1-2, misses high, strike three. He can't challenge it because we're out of challenges, but that is a god-awful call. Vic Carapazza ought to be ashamed. 2 down. Easily 2 inches out of the zone, as you can see on your screen. Well, that's what happens when Acuna burned the first one, and then when he burned that first one, Dubon really should have thought about not. I just feel like when you get that first one burned in the early part of the game, it ought to be a standing deal that they say, hey, nobody challenge a damn thing till we get to the 7th or 8th. The 1-0 to Olsen. Swung on and chopped over towards second, and that'll end the inning. It's going to be a 4-3 putout, but not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one more on the board. Doesn't hurt as bad not getting that challenge when you're up 8-2, but it would have been nice. Let's win this series, Braves country.
I gained and lost 60 pounds in 3 months.
Wow, that's almost impossible.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Why aren't modern day mothers mothering like the mothers back in the day? Let's take Grandma's purse, for example. Grandma's purse was like a Swiss Army knife. It had all of your wants, needs, and desires for travel. Grandma had actual peppermints. She had Halls in her purse. She had water in her purse. She even had snacks in her bag. She also had her pop stick for when y'all acting up during service. Yeah, Grandma's purse was a place of refuge. Nowadays, y'all spend $10,000 on the purse and can't even fit a pack of gum in it.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of holding your dad's hand, walking through that dark tunnel, and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Grant Holmes, the batter, first pitch on the way. Or the pitcher, first pitch on the way to Jorge Soler, who clocked one out of the park earlier. Pitch misses off the plate. It's 1-0. Righty-righty match. That actually looked like it hit the zone, too. The 1-0. Right there, P at the knees. 1-1. Soler. Of course, suspension incoming. I believe he's appealing is what I read, the 1-1. Right there for a strike, and it's 1-2. One-two count. Whoa, down and away into the dirt. The 2-2. Swing pops it up high in the sky. It's going to be a can of corn, and Riley fighting the sun. He'll make the catch. F5, one down. So it has been verified by two outlets that it is a 7-game suspension for both guys. The fines have not been disclosed. So I would think that Raylo probably started his suspension immediately, because by the time you come back around through the first pitch is swing, chops it over to first, it's going to be a 3-1 put out, 2 down. By the time you do your appeal, you're not going to get a start in if you're Ronaldo Lopez. So the idea would be to go ahead and get the suspension over with, because we're going to need him. I would think that means that he just gets skipped. They may just push him back a few days and let him pitch. So as opposed to Wednesday, as the first pitch is right there for a strike, it's 0-1. You could see him pitching as early as maybe next Wednesday. The 0-1. Takes some fire, swing and miss. So, excuse me, not next Wednesday, but next a week from Saturday-ish. Somewhere in that neighborhood. The 0-2 count. Outside wide, 1-2. And what I'm curious to see here is, because I haven't looked at the schedule for the Angels, but with him suspending or appealing the suspension is the 1-2 pitch to Adele, down and away, 2-2. You look at the Angels and you look at the way their schedule sets up. After today, Yeah, that's what I thought. They go on a 7-game road trip. So he's probably just pushed it off so that he could just stay at home, miss the road trip, and the rest is history. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. F8 your scorecard. Should end the inning. It does. And we'll go to the top of the 7th. They go down 1, 2, 3. Grant Holmes has settled down. 4 strikeouts. 6 innings of work. A quality start. Heading towards the books.
Everybody's attention for 1 minute. Here's something I need to say to everybody. I like fat women, and they like me. Anybody got a problem with that? Anybody? Big girls need love too, baby.
Well, hey there, pal. First draft?
How can you tell?
Look, there's a few things you're going to want to know. Kickers go fast. You're going to take one early. And don't worry about running backs. You can always trade for one later.
Cool, thanks.
And one more thing. It's good to have you here. You're my friend.
Armchair.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
Hey, Braves country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Everybody had a team. At Orting, Washington, the Fats took on the Leans. In Kansas, crowds watched the Mother Hubbards, men playing in women's clothing. Under guard at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, Geronimo's Chiricahua Apaches played ball against the U.S. Army and won. At some games, a keg of beer stood just to the side of third base for encouragement. Any man who made it to third was entitled to a dipperful.
Welcome back. Sam Bachman is coming on with his 1.59 ERA, the right-hander, in to face Austin Riley. First pitch on the way is a slider, down and away. It's 1-0. 8-2 your score. Braves lead it. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-0 swing, lifts it into center field. Drifting back, making the catch at the warning track is Mike Trout for out number 1. One up, one down. Any good movies in the theater right now? Anybody's checking out? It's first pitch to Dubon is right there for a slider. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Swing. Bangs it down the line. Foul. It's 0-2. Non-Brave days are always a good day to catch up on movies or some kind of stream. We were watching that, or what is it called? The Hulu channel. The 0-2 pitch, swing, rolls it on the ground over to short. It's going to be a 6-3 put out, 2 down. Paradise. It's a pretty good show on Hulu. We're watching that, and we caught the Madison, which was pretty good too. That thing was so short. These shows nowadays are only doing like 6 episodes. It's ridiculous. I mean, I remember when they first started coming out, these shows, it would be 13, sometimes 12, and then eventually you started getting 10 episodes, and you're like, all right, well, I get it. They're trying to cut costs. Now they're doing 6 episodes as the first pitch swing and a miss to Yastrzemski looking for his first hit of the day. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicked and fired. Inside. 1-1. Braves 8, Angels 2. If you played the pick to click game, the guys who have clicked today on a very big offensive day is the 1-1 inside 2-1. Acuna, Baldwin, Ozzie, Olsen, Riley is the 2-1 inside 3-1. Dubon, and even Hine. You got to have a total of 2, and it's hits, RBIs, and runs. Or bases, RBIs, and runs is the slider upstairs. Full count. Yastrzemski's still looking to get on the board. Harris is 0 for 2 as well. The payoff pitch, swing, slices it foul, will do it again. Payoff pitch, high and out of the zone, ball 4. So he heads on down to first. At least he gets aboard. Hasn't got the base hit yet, but Hine comes in batting 143. Yeah, I'm looking for movement. I've seen this. Listen, Melvin's on the snip. First pitch on the way is right there on slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Upstairs for a strike. It's 0-2. I'm looking for something that's newer. I mean, I can always go back and watch Seinfeld too, but come on. 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. Well, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country. 8-2. Looks like Grant might be going out there again. Welcome back. Four-seam fastball will start us off from Grant Holmes, pitch number 84. It's 1-0. I thought they may give him a rest, but the 1-0 check swing went around. He did go around. It's 1-1. Instead, they'll see if he can get him a seventh inning. The 1-1. Pitch down and in. 2-1. I'd say there's going to be a quick hook if he gets any kind of trouble. The 2-1 pitch right there. Four-seamer at the knees. 2-1. Two-one count, the Hail Mary project. I remember hearing about that. I don't remember what it was about. The 2-2. Inside, 3-2. Is that currently in theaters, or is that something that... No, it looks like it's in theaters, huh? Full count, pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it away. Standing on deck is O'Hoppe. Peraza's in the hole. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, outer edge. Strike three. One up, one down, and O'Hoppe. Giants have made it official. It's 5-0. They beat the Phillies, so they win that series. First pitch to O'Hoppe is down and in. Slider, did he go around? Tried to hold up his check swing. He did not hold up. He went around. It's 0-1. They're in the seventh inning in Gotham, and Arizona leads 5-1 with the Mets batting. The pitch down and in. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 to O'Hoppe. Braves lead it 8-2. 8 runs for your Atlanta Braves. 7 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Angels. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. I don't think the Angels are going to have enough to be able to compete for the division title, but I do believe this is a better Angels team than we've seen in years past. The offense is definitely better. And they've got some pretty good pitchers. It's not a deep staff top to bottom. The first pitch swinging by Peraza, and he belts that into the gap. That's down for a base hit, and it's a 2-out double for the Angels. So that'll take us back to the top of the order. Really wasn't a terrible pitch. He just went down there and got it. It was a slider on the very outside corner, and he was able to hook it and drill it towards the 8-7 gap. There is a right-hander warming up in the Braves pen. First pitch swinging by Nato. It's fouled straight back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Two down. 96th pitch of the night. Outside wide. 1-1. I'd say come hell or high water, this is his last batter. You're up at the top of the order. He's about to hit 100 pitches. 2 outs. Runner at second. The 1-1 pitch. Nowhere near the zone. It is 2-1. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 93 on the outer edge, 2-2. So he's a strike away from getting out of this inning and ending his day on a high note. Mike Trout stands on deck. Deuce is wild. Runner at second. A 2-2 count. 2 outs. Braves lead it 8-2. Pitch number 99 from Grant Holmes is on the way. Swing and rolls it over towards short. Dubon's got to hurry. Fires it to first, and they got him. Smoke him if you got him. They got him. Nato wants a challenge. We're going to see what happens here. The runner makes it down to third. It's a very close play that he's called out. And looking at the replay, ooh, he might be safe. Looking at this again. Oh, yeah, he's safe. So they're going to win this challenge. It'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs. Nato did everything he could to get to that. You look at the replay, his foot smacks the bag, and then the ball hits the glove. Shouldn't take long to get this replay. Here comes the call, and he is safe. Let's see if that's it for Grant Holmes, or do they let him face Trout for a 4th time? And nope, that's going to be it. So Grant Holmes will hit the showers. Well done. 8-2 your lead. 2 outs, 2 on. Trout coming to the plate.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising. I'm Teddy Powers! I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Hello, I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help. And for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry? Ask for more money. Why are you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
a month. That's all we need. Start higher. I know, right?
$2.99
a month. May not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
a month? That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
What you talking about? All they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99
This is plenty.
He keeps saying
$2.99
Why you keep saying
For the price of a cup of coffee.
why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona, it's got to be coffee.
It don't though.
Plus coffee is way more expensive than
$2.99
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much was that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
All right,
Hey, if you want to see this cheap ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99
cash right now. Don't hesitate.
Welcome back. Joel Payamps is going to come on. This thing's far from over. We're only in the bottom of the 7th inning. Righty, first pitch on the way. There's a 4-seamer up top for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it Inside high. 1-1. Thank you, Nicholas. We'll hit your welcome tune here in 1 second. The new and improved tune, you just have to let it breathe a little bit. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, slices it back. It's 1-2. The 1-2 just misses. Four-seam fastball. I mean, just misses it. 2-2. The 2-2. Pyomps brings it. Swing. Fists it back foul. That one came in at 94. You'll see him top out in the around 96. He's even hit 97 this year. Pyomps at one point is the heir apparent as the closer in Milwaukee that an injury hit, and he was never the same. The 2-2 in the dirt. Good block by Heim. He backhanded it to keep the runner from scoring. Braves lead at 8-2. And standing on deck is Shanwell. In the hole is Soler. So you got to get him here. You don't want to keep this inning going. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. Mike Trout takes his timeout and steps back into the box. The infield is back and to the left. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Goober gobble. Goober gobble, goober gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Goober gobble, one of us. Goober gobble, one of us. Goober gobble.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Goober gobble, one of us.
Welcome back. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Suter set to face Michael Harris II. And the pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses high. 1-1. Harris 0 for 2 on the day. Two 1 count. On deck is Acuna and then the Drake. The 2-1 pitch. 2-2. We've got the 8 ball coming your way here on the next break as the 2-2 pitch. Swing, chops it over to first. And Harris is busting it down the line. Did he beat it out? Man, just got him. It was a foot race between Suter and Harris. And Suter just hit the base maybe a millisecond before Harris, say a quarter step. Doesn't look nearly as close when they slow the video down, but it was definitely a bang-bang play. Ron Acuna Jr. to the plate. First pitch is a sinker on the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. It's now 7-1 Arizona in Gotham, leading the Mets, so good news on that horizon. The 0-1 outside wide, it's 0-2. Baldwin on deck. If anybody reaches, we'll get the 0-2 way outside wide. O'Hoppe has to dive out of the way to make sure that doesn't go to the backstop. It's Baldwin on deck, Ozzie in the hold, the 1-2. Swing! That ball's lifted high into left field, and that ball's going to bang off the glove of the left fielder out there. Lowe drops the ball. It'll probably be a double because the sun and the level that it was hit, it was going to be a tough play, but it did hit his glove, and Acuna Matata
Bravo.
smokes it into left field. Kept twisting, and when Lowe put his glove up, he had turned back to his right, and the ball was going over his left shoulder as it picked up speed. First pitch to the Drake is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Drake Baldwin batting .327 on the year with a 1032 OPS. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. They did give Acuna a base hit, so he is above the Mendoza line now, batting .204. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Upstairs. Misses 1-2. Whatever happened to Matt Harvey? Harvey, a slew of injuries. Last time I remember seeing him, he was Baltimore Oriole. The 1-2. Inside 2-2. I know he's retired from the game, but I don't remember when that was. But he fell off the cliff because of injuries and never did make it back. The 2-2 swing, chops a foul. Do it again. Not to the level that we remembered him when he was in his heyday. He was at his he was probably at his best in that 2015 year when they went to the World Series. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. He had a slew of injuries. Yep, it actually was Baltimore was his last stop. Sometimes I surprise myself when I remember things like that. I don't even remember his stop in Kansas City, but I guess he played very sparingly in the pandemic year with the Royals. The first pitch is right there on the outer edge to Ozzie Albies. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. When he left the Mets, he went to Cincinnati in 2018, and then the Angels. I do remember him at the Angels in 2019. As the 1-0 misses, 2-0. He pitched in just a handful of games with the Royals in the pandemic year, and then finished his career in 2021 with the Orioles. The 2-0 called on the outer edge, well off the plate, 2-1. We have no challenges left. I'd say the reason why he made it all the way to 2021 is the 2-1. Misses high. Outside wide, 3-1. That would have given him 10 years of service. There's a big jump in your pension when you get to 10 years. And so he grinded through that, and then he hung up the cleats. 3-1, they spin back to second base. Pulled the screen back so you can see any kind of movement there. Acuna at second, 2 outs, the 3-1 pitch. Swing, lifts it into left center field. Get down, get down, get down. No, making the running catch Out there in deep left center is Michael Trout, and that'll end the inning. Braves 8, Angels 2, 8th inning time here on the BCO.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. Jose Suarez comes into the game, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball that missed the zone, I guess. It's 1-0. Suarez coming in, trying to keep it where it's at. 8-2 your score, bottom of the 8th. Heart of the order due up to 1-0. Upstairs for a strike, 1-1. Angels do have one challenge left. ABS challenge, that is. 1-1. Brings it, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Pulled the change right there on the inner track. Out in front of that one away. Grant Holmes ended up going 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 6 strikeouts. Like I said, I think his over-under was 5.5. 3 walks allowed and a home run served. And Piamps came in to clean up that inning. He went a third of an inning, gave up no hits, no runs. He did get a strikeout, struck out Mike Trout. That's not nothing. First pitch to Soler. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. One count. Swing rips it. Down the third base line, foul. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. That's a filthy pitch. Suarez. I don't know if he'll get a start, but he's definitely going to end up staying on the roster for a few more days with Raylo going on the suspension as the 4-seam fastball is off the plate wide. It's 1-0. As long as he doesn't play, his suspension can be backtracked to the last day he played. The 1-0. Swing, fouls away. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Now, it depends on how long it takes, but usually the suspension's cleared up within 24 to 48 hours by the players. 1-1. Turns and fires. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Deep down the right field line. And out of play. It's 1-2. One-two count. Pitch on the way. Just below the knees, caught looking, strike 3. And he took too long to challenge. He wanted to challenge it, but he took way too long. That'll end it. And we'll head to the top of the 9th. 8-2, good guys.
Praying? I'm asking the Lord to watch over my little girl.
Well, while you're at it, ask him for a win. I got money on this.
You bet on a kid's baseball game?
I got 3-1 odds.
I was in the pool! I was in the pool! Them Gator fans used to joke and clown when Florida State would come to town, but they stopped laughing thanks to Bobby B.
There are quite a few people here whose lives have somewhat changed overnight. They have blown up. They've got brand deals and money just being thrown at them left and right. And with that success, oftentimes they are accused of changing and selling out. And I want to be very clear about the type of person I am and will always be, because if and when that day comes, I want people to know that it has always been my goal to sell out, and you won't be able to talk to me, peasant. Anyway, still don't have a job. Armchair.
That is a Dave & Buster's Power Card. Yes. Now, does your Dave & Buster's card work at any other similar establishments, like, say, TGI Fridays? Mine does not. No, it doesn't. Believe me, I've tried it. Several locations. Okay, well, yeah, because if you recall, I've actually been with you on many of those occasions where you've tried. Right.
By the spring of 1861, there were 62 member clubs in the National Association of Baseball Players. Free blacks in northern cities had established their own teams. And Henry Chadwick was trying to start a baseball club in Richmond, Virginia, when the new season was suddenly interrupted.
Welcome back. Matt Olson, first pitch misses. Down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. That pitch misses inside. Ball 2-2-0. Braves lead at 8-2. Top of the 9th. The 2-0 pitch drops one in there for a strike. 2-1. The 2-1 swing, bangs it foul. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Turns and fires. Outside wide, 3-2. Full count, misses inside, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. And that'll be a leadoff walk for your Atlanta Braves. Runs, 8 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Angels. Austin Riley's the batter. He's batting above the Mendoza line. First pitch on the way is a sinker upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. He was probably hoping he didn't have to bat again so that he could leave the road trip and be above the Mendoza line and start fresh in Atlanta as the 0-1. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. If my math's correct, if he doesn't get a base hit here, he would go back below it. But he is 1 for 2 on the day with the 2 walks. This is the 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. Yaz stands on deck. He's looking for his first base hit. Him and Harris are the only 2 not to have base hits today. Yaz and Michael. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. Strike 3. No, actually, he's going to be just on the Mendoza line. It's 199 plus, which is going to round up to 200. And he's just barely going to qualify for the Mendoza line heading back to Atlanta, assuming this doesn't go extras. Mauricio Dubon, 1 for 4 on the day. First pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Mauricio. Lefty-righty matchup, batting .341. Swing, dribbles it on the ground over to short, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. So that'll drop his average down a little bit, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's 8-2 your score. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
What do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas?
Chicken nuggets.
No, toys. What kind of toys?
I don't want a toy.
What? You just want chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
Hey, does Tay Diggs follow you on Twitter?
No, but Kraft Singles does.
Tim Tebow. He circumcises kids in Vietnam or something.
Philippines, I believe.
Thank you. Sorry.
That seems like a hobby.
It feels like it should be illegal.
You're making this
I'm
up.
not making this up.
Dead ass, dude.
And they said he also assisted in a few dental operations over there. So, I mean, it's just the Wild West.
But it's like, out of all the things they need, they're like, Tim, should you give them money? He's like, no. What else? What about, like, food? He's like, keep going. I can't. They'll get that. Oh, these kids are uncircumcised. What did you say?
Poor Tebow.
Poor Filipino kid. Can we get a doctor in here?
Hey, can I tell you one thing? That's 3 holding penalties on 1 football team in a quarter and a half. That ain't funny.
I was today years old and I found out people don't like gingers. Are you?
Oh, well, hold on now, sister. That was a hard R. That R was pretty hard on there. We usually say with an A. And usually only my fellow red can say it. So, a little suspect if you ask me.
Virginia, April 3rd, 1862. It is astonishing how indifferent a person can become to danger. The report of musketry is heard but a very little distance from us. Yet over there on the other side of the road is most of our company playing bat ball. And perhaps in less than half an hour, they may be called to play a ball game of a more serious nature. Frederick Fairfax, 5th Ohio Infantry.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. It will be Suarez back out there for another inning. First pitch swinging. That ball's lifted into center field, down for a base hit. And Joe Adele leads off the 9th inning with the base hit. So a single to center. We'll pull the screen back now with runners on base. Runner on first, nobody out. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone for a ball. It's 1 and out. kicks and fires. Outside wide. 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. Candelario huffing at that four-seam fastball. Will do it again. The 2-1 pitch inside misses. 3-1. So many of these pitches would have been called strikes or balls before the ABS system. Really has changed the game, because I'm telling you right now, from doing this for as long as I've done it, a 2-1 count with an 8-2 lead in the ninth, that right there would have been a strike, but he knew it was just a touch inside. The 3-1 inside, 3-2. He also knows that the Angels still have one challenge. Full count. I think he might have broken his bat, so Candelario going to go get a new bat. Hoppy on deck. We may see Sean Murphy on this next homestand. We may see him as early as this weekend. They've been kind of hush-hush about it. Spencer Strider has been okayed to start throwing to batters. The payoff pitch, swing, pops it up. First base side, that'll bend out of play. We'll go over all that and more on Braves Country today, which is Friday for you country club members at noon Eastern. Eight to 2 your score, bottom of the ninth. Full count to Candelario. First, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing, chops it over to second. Ozzy's going to step on second base. Fire it to first, and it's a 4-3 double play. And quickly 2 down, just like that. I would hope that we would see Strider sometime in May. I mean, they have been... I knew when they originally said 2 to 4 weeks, there was no way in God's green earth this was going to be 2 weeks. Thank you, JC. First pitch on the way is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, rips it down the line, foul. One and one. So a 1-1 count. We'll put it all on the screen here in a second, but got a busy next few days here on the BCR. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chops it down the third base line. Riley barehands it, and he'll stick it in his pocket. No chance to get O'Hoppe busting it down the line. And an infield single. There's 2 outs. Runner at first. We'll be doing the MLB The Show later on, bottom of the hour, assuming this game doesn't go too much longer. If not, we'll have to push it back a few minutes. But the goal here is to start stream at 7:30, get going right after that. I have to have 2 minutes, or after we start the stream, I have to set everything up, and then we can go into it. But anyways, after that is the first pitch swinging from Peraza is swung on and lifted out to center field. Michael Harris makes the catch. That'll end the game. That'll end the series. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses.
Do you see what you get? Here's what you should know about winning before you... Here's what you should know about winning before you chase it. Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times. Why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing. Who wanted the chicken across the road? Is that a
got hit by a tree? He ain't no nigga no more. No.
Braves win 8-2. Grant Holmes gets the W. He'll go to 1-1 on the year, drop his ERA to 2.55. That's not nothing. He's got 6 strikeouts. Pretty good game from Grant. He had that shaky second inning, but bounced back. And the player of the game, everybody really contributed. You could go several different ways. And normally we go to the RBI total or a big home run. But today, let's give it to Austin Riley. 2 walks. He scored 3 runs. He also got a base hit. And he got his average back to the Mendoza line right at 200. And we'll see you next time. Tonight we've got 7:30 MLB The Show. And then Friday morning we're going to do MLB The Show. I believe we're going to try 10:30. That's going to be followed by Braves Country today at noon. And then we've got a doubleheader. It's going to be a 1:45 for Cubs versus Pirates in Wrigley, starting our new Wrigley Friday series. When they're in Wrigley on Fridays, we'll carry the Cubs. And the Braves come home against Cleveland. Coco becomes our mortal enemy for 3 days. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a great one, Braves Country.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.